is Two Chicks, One Brain Cell. Viewer discretion is advised, mostly for their decision-making skills.
Blah, 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 blah. I can't speak. 5 most disturbing corners of the internet. We got sexlexia in this month.
A user under the name Box uploaded a new location to the website Urban Exploration Resource. The listing looked routine, an abandoned hotel in Atlanta. But buried in the photo gallery was a horrifying set of images that would set off one of the darkest internet mysteries that remains unsolved. Urban Exploration Resource, or UER, is an old online forum built around people documenting and discussing abandoned buildings and other forgotten urban spaces.
I love that shit.
This particular location was an abandoned hotel somewhere in Atlanta, Georgia, where Box and a few friends had gone to photograph whatever had been left behind before the building was cleared out. At first, nothing about the hotel seemed unusual. It had 4 floors, rows of ordinary-looking rooms, and wide interior walkways that looked down over a pool in the center of the building. And judging by the personal belongings still scattered throughout some of the rooms, it could not have been emptied very long ago. According to Box's own description of the location, though, the final chapter of the hotel had been anything but quiet. This hotel was built in 1972, renovated in 1993. It spent most of its life as a major chain hotel. In 2004, the hotel became
honestly, that's kind of a badass hotel looking.
The main business model after that was a long-term stay hotel.
I love the art.
Like it looks, yeah, it does look cool.
Yeah.
It does look pretty cool. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go, sexlexia.
Meet me. Hell yeah. Meet me in Atlanta.
Hell yeah, but no.
We go to Atlanta fairly often.
Atlanta's kind of scary. I've only driven through Atlanta. Scared me.
We go watch Braves games there.
Okay, so y'all gay.
Super duper.
This attracted many drug dealers and other illegal business to the hotel, and it was raided by the DEA and local authorities at least once. After many years of trouble, it closed in February 2006. But even with such a grim history, nothing about the hotel's reputation could explain what Box...
Grim? Have I heard? Did I miss something? How grim? I don't understand what's
There's nothing grim about it. Nothing.
He said such a grim history.
No.
Drug dealers and
that sounds about normal.
That's around the corner. Like, I don't know what.
Sounds about right. Them underwears. And them purple underwears. Those are yours. Brooks. Look at them. Those are your panties, brother.
Your panties.
Ow. I don't wear panties.
The rooms on the second floor. Attached to the location
like a
was
real
a
man.
photo album titled Crime Scene-tastic, not for the faint of heart, fair warning. And inside were 6 images of a stack of printed photographs that showed a middle-aged man who had almost certainly been murdered. Some of them showed him dead on the floor with blood pooled across the wood beneath him. Others showed the room where the crime took place with a bed and walls both heavily marked in blood. Naturally, once other forum users saw the gallery, the first thing they wanted to know was whether Box had taken the photographs with him when he left. Because if the prints were still there, they could be turned over to authorities who could figure out where they came from. But Box said he left them exactly where he found them. According to him, there were, quote, authorized people gutting the place, and he didn't want to be seen taking anything. He also explained how the photos were too morbid, and he'd been in too much shock to even consider it. Instead, he posted a map link to the location, so anyone in the area could go and retrieve the photos for themselves.
Why would you tag them anyway?
When one of the users visited the very next day and searched through the building, the photographs were already gone.
Oh, hell no.
Now, one explanation could be that Box had taken the photographs from somewhere else and attached them to his post for attention. One user even asked if the photos were fake snuff. But when you try reverse searching the images, they don't show up in a single other place online.
I would not save those images.
If they had been taken from a movie or some well-known crime case archive, you would think there must have been at least one other trace of them.
I ain't looking up nothing that I would be worried I would do.
Oh, absolutely not. Especially from those websites like that, I ain't saving shit to my computer. Hell no.
These prints may be documentation of a genuine crime scene, and the only surviving record of it is this one forgotten forum post from 2006. Unfortunately, nothing about the post gives any clues as to where the prints came from or why they had been left there. Considering the criminal activity at the hotel before it shut down, the simplest theory is that the crime itself took place in one of the rooms.
I would do a photo shoot there. That'd be sick.
That would be pretty. You'd have to be careful though. You don't get no tetanus. What is it? You get that.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Get a little tetanus shot. Stepping on a rusty nail.
Hell no.
Bama stepped on a rusty nail. We had to go to the hospital.
You had to cut his foot off, didn't you?
Now he turned into Mike.
So sad. What? You're married to Mike?
No. Plot twist. No.
Maybe they were supposed to be trophies or some kind of record the killer never expected anyone else to find. And it isn't hard to imagine someone fleeing in panic and leaving the prints behind along with everything else they couldn't take with them. However, there are some problems with this explanation.
I don't believe this at all.
No, I don't believe that either.
Whoever did it did not leave the pictures there. Unless they are genuinely the dumbest person alive.
Well,
genuinely. Why would you?
Some criminals are not the smartest. Brooklyn.
I understand that.
I don't know.
You would. I don't know. I feel like you would have to be a different kind of stupid.
Yeah. Well, okay.
I'm not saying there's not. I mean, maybe possibly, but I don't really believe it.
So, yeah, those kids are kind of stuck in like a really weird position, because if they would have taken those pictures and they would have taken them to the police or something like that, the police would have been like, well, why were you in there? Why are you trespassing? Yeah. And why did you take these? It would turn into a whole nother thing. Mm-hmm. I think that might have been gang related. Obviously that murder. And maybe they kept those pictures as like a
proof they did it.
Yeah. Or,
maybe. But they didn't keep the pictures.
Maybe something happened. I don't know. Maybe they were, I don't know. Maybe they sent it to somebody and somebody just left them there. I don't know. Who knows? You know how like you do stuff, like you kill somebody or you like cut off somebody's finger and you send it to their family member to be like, don't do this. You know what I mean? Like it's like a
like mob boss.
Yeah, mob boss kind of shit.
I just don't really believe it. I don't know. It just feels.
Also, I'm kind of
untrue to me.
I'm kind of glad that they didn't, because you don't know what kind of fucking bad juju. I know you don't believe in it, but you don't know what kind of bad juju you have taking somebody's death pictures, because like it is well known that like people like fully believe like that's why back in the Victorian or like the old times, back in my time, if somebody died in the house, like they would cover the mirrors because you don't want to get the soul, trapped. You're not supposed to take pictures of the body. You don't get the soul trapped into the picture or whatever.
Obviously, people believe different things, but there's people that keep the bodies in their house for like a week before they even do.
Yeah, it's a little bit different.
Funeral or
that's different. That's a different kind of thing though. Like that's like a way of respect, I guess.
Yeah.
But like anything to do with like mirrors or photographs or something like that, like it's just I don't know where the belief came from that it would trap their soul, but yeah, a lot of different religions believe that. I'm not
came from Bloody Mary.
I'm not fuck you stupid ass. I know your little dumbass probably did that when you were a kid.
Oh yeah.
Hell no.
Back when I used to believe when I used to believe in that stuff, yeah.
No, I would never. To this day.
Me and my friend that my best friend from second grade.
Hello?
Okay. Been friends since second grade. Don't start with me. This is not the time. From second grade, all right? We did it. I don't remember if she did it with me though. She's kind of like scared of that stuff too, but like, or she used to be. But I definitely did it at her house. Lights off.
At her house? In her bathroom?
Lights off in the bathroom. Yep, lights off in the bathroom. Said it 3 times. Guess what happened?
Nothing. And that's why your lights are flickering right now, motherfucker.
Is Bloody Mary coming from when I was in like I don't know 5th grade?
Absolutely. It takes time. It takes time, brother. It takes time. Who knows?
Damn, she needs to get good then.
She's waiting for the right time.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Right. While I'm recording a reaction.
The fact that you did that in somebody's house is insane. I would have whooped your ass. I would have whooped your ass.
Looking back, she probably dared me to do it or something. I don't know.
Probably.
I don't remember.
Hell no.
It was a long time ago.
You wouldn't have caught me. Right. I wouldn't do that shit. Hell no. I ain't having somebody clap my cheek.
Firstly, in the photos.
Scary ass.
Yeah.
Bloody Mary?
She ain't gonna clap my cheeks.
Bruh. Okay, but the vampire AI whatever was a smash, but not Bloody Mary. No.
Once uploaded, the hotel rooms clearly appear to have carpeting, but the crime scene captured in the prints has wooden floorboards. On top of that, if the crime had happened somewhere inside the hotel, you'd expect at least one of the explorers wandering through to stumble onto the room with walls and bedding soaked in blood.
Yeah.
More importantly, some of the black and white photographs in the stack show the same body on a white surface that looks more like an autopsy table than anything inside an abandoned hotel room. This suggests the victim was found and processed by authorities at some point.
Not an autopsy table, but
someone connected to the investigation.
It's like a funeral table. It's like a what the fuck? What do you call it? What do you call them tables?
A funeral table?
Yeah. I mean, not necessarily autopsy table. I mean, it could be an autopsy table, but it looked more like what they put bodies on for funerals.
To like do their makeup and
yeah,
get them
to
dressed and
embalm them and stuff. Yeah, it has like a little, like a drain.
like a drain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's you, the
Awesome.
papa.
That literally looks like
pink
that.
and
Literally
blanket.
looks like what I used to, the shit I used to wear.
A Party City.
I play the tapes. Roll it.
The plastic badge.
God damn it.
Case file where those images have been preserved as evidence. But even though this theory feels far more plausible compared to the idea that the killer simply left them behind, there's still no solid proof that connects the photographs to a real case. Looking through the missing person reports from the Atlanta area from that period doesn't include anyone whose details match the victims in the photographs. This might suggest the crime happened years before the pictures were discovered, or in a completely different part of the country. Unfortunately,
this is
where
weird.
the trail simply stops.
That's just weird.
Even 20 years later, there is still no answer for why someone would carry evidence of a horrific murder into a building scheduled to be torn down, only to toss it into a pile of old clothes and just leave it there.
Get rid of that evidence.
I think it's fake.
I definitely think it's fake.
On February 26, 2026, a series of videos began spreading throughout the unregulated corners of the internet, capturing what would soon become one of the most horrifying crimes in Poland's recent history. At first, the footage gave viewers almost no context for what they were seeing. It showed a teenage boy standing in a garage, calmly swinging an axe through the air, like he was practicing to hit something. But the next clip revealed exactly what that practice may have been for. For this video, the camera was inside a home late at night.
Oh no.
The same boy entered a room where two people appeared to be asleep. He positioned the camera so the room was clearly in frame and
Look who it is on the wall.
Oh, no, Jesus.
The usual suspects.
The usual
stepped back
suspects.
toward them. He then picked up the axe and began swinging before
That's-
either victim had a chance to wake up. As
Brother.
disturbing as this footage was, it unfortunately didn't seem much different from the kind of material that circulates on gore sites.
yeah.
These platforms are full of violent
Did you
videos,
ever go-
stripped
hold
of
on, pause it.
context, reposted.
Did you ever go on those gore sites when you were younger? Like in high school?
I didn't have a computer.
Neither did I. But my friends had computers, and I went over to my friend's house. And we would look up
I had
fucked up shit.
one friend with a computer, and all she did was play Sims 24.
Here, my friends were. We were
And that is
looking up.
my friend from 2nd grade.
We were looking up the Paint Olympics shit. You know, like where the guy put the fucking
Oh my
glass
God,
thing
yes.
up his ass.
I've seen that, yes. She's also the friend that showed me 2 Girls, 1 Cup, and I watched about 2 seconds. As soon as they started licking shit, I said, absolutely not. Get this out of my face immediately. So I don't even know what happens the rest of the video. Don't want to know. Don't care to know.
I think at some point they like slurp it up and then they
I
spit it
don't.
into each other's
I
mouth.
just said I don't care. Ugh. Stop.
2 chicks,
My
1
eyes
brain
are-
cell.
I actually had to swallow for a second. I'm gonna fucking puke. That's disgusting. I hate
Swallow,
it.
swallow.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
your
We
scat
sweet.
fetish.
Yeah, finish is crazy. No, dude. I mean, that shit. There was a time. There was an era, and it was probably junior high, for me, where people would look that shit up all the time. They were looking up
Yeah.
crazy gore on websites.
And fucking blue waffle. And
oh yeah, blue
anything
waffle.
nasty and
Yes,
gross.
dude.
Constantly.
Yeah.
Nasty bitch.
They were like, look at blue waffle. It's such a cool waffle. Blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy how we all had to go through that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Disgusting.
Mhm.
Terrible. Awful. And now I freak out when my kids are on fucking a game and they say a cuss word. I'm like, okay, whoa. What are you doing?
And, he,
So many
and we were
times-
looking at crazy shit.
Yeah. What are you looking at? What are you watching on YouTube?
Mm.
Get off there right now.
These particular clips began spreading. Viewers began noticing that they clearly were not something just pulled from an old archive. Instead, everything about them, from the video quality to the interior of the house, seemed fairly modern, which meant the gruesome event it captured may have been more recent than people first realized.
Who were they?
With this realization, the clips broke
Victims,
out of
I
these
wonder.
gore sites and spread across social media and private messaging apps across Poland. By 4 a.m. the next morning, enough people had forwarded the clips to police that authorities were already treating the footage as evidence from an active crime scene. Using whatever was visible in the background of the clips, investigators were able to trace the footage to a property in the small village of Kodwóp in southern Poland within a few hours.
Kodwóp?
The boy in the
Kodwóp?
videos was identified as
Holy shit!
I hate that we both did that.
That's a jump scare in and of itself. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, yeah.
What's wrong with his mouth?
You're at your usual suspect again.
Yeah, period.
18-year-old Wukash G. When officers arrived at the home, their worst fears were confirmed. They had found his 38-year-old stepfather and 87-year-old great-grandmother.
Oh my God.
Being attacked. With the crime now confirmed, officers began searching
Death
the area
penalty.
surrounding the property, which led them roughly 45 kilometers away to a cluster of bushes by a nearby river
Where he was hiding.
Wukash was hiding. Given what had just been found inside the house, many would have expected him to panic, run, or try to deny what happened. But the 17-year-old showed no resistance during his arrest and seemed unnervingly calm.
Back at it again with the white bands.
Oh. You have a brain
Behavior
rot.
made
That's from Vine, okay?
Brain rot. Old brain rot.
You're the one who I pulled up a video that was like 6 minutes, and you're like, 6 minutes? Will you shut the hell up?
Shut up. All right, play it.
You shut up.
it almost impossible to make sense of what was going on or what his motive was, until investigators found one last piece of media he had uploaded after the crime. It was a roughly 2-minute video titled "My Last Statement."
He was
In it, Wukash sat in front of the camera and introduced himself as a family murderer before admitting that he had killed 2 people inside his home. He claimed that someone at work had been humiliating and insulting him for weeks until he felt he simply couldn't take it anymore. But instead of directing his
Someone at work? What that got to do with his... Hello? I mean, that ain't a reason to, kill anybody. But, what that got to do with his stepdad and
why couldn't he go?
grandma?
Why couldn't he go for the bully?
Stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Just directing his anger at the wrong people.
Yeah.
anger toward the person he claimed had mistreated him, Wukash turned it toward his own family. In his mind, because his stepfather kept pushing him to go back to that same workplace, he had somehow become part of the very thing tormenting him, and so had everyone else living under that roof. Rather than sounding horrified by what he had done, Wukash started justifying his crime, saying that, in his opinion, murder was a part of human life. That they had been killing one another since the beginning.
Jesus Christ.
That doesn't make it right. People have been doing a lot of things since the beginning. That doesn't make it right.
Jesus Christ, dude, that's insane.
People that think like this,
He said, "Now I may seem a little stressed, but I'll never kill anyone again, not even an animal." What the hell?
Oh, don't worry. Pinky promise. I'll never do it again.
I won't do it again. I
Promise.
was just a little stressed.
It's okay. I feel much better now.
Yeah, I feel
that
much
they're
better now.
Fucking dead.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
The only difference now was that someone like him would be called a psychopath for it.
Poor me, Mom.
Despite that self-awareness, he insisted that he wasn't sick and promised that he wouldn't take another life again. But to anyone watching the videos, his insistence that he wasn't mentally ill was the clearest sign that he was.
That's exactly what he said.
He looked composed enough to let
That's what crazy people say. I'm not crazy.
Ugh.
Why? Hello?
I just see one snaggletooth and it's just really fucking with me.
Yeah, I don't know what.
I would have bullied him too.
Why are you blurring his eyes? Also, he's a murderer.
Show his face.
Him too. I can't stand you. Anybody that does crazy, really bad. I mean, crazy stuff. You should just be able to see him.
I bet you this dude smells like booty.
Probably smells like goat cheese.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nasty.
Just stinky.
And must.
Just
I ain't never
sweaty. Just sweaty. Yeah. Ooh. Booty flakes.
Ugh.
lecture a camera about the nature of killing. Yet, on the other hand, he was unable to see anything wrong with the
This guy deserves to be made fun of, but this isn't me making fun of this condition. I'm just curious. It looks like maybe he had a cleft lip.
Yeah, it does.
And then maybe he got it
they tried
fully,
to fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to fully restore.
You're always gonna have a little bit of a
like a shape going on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Again, nothing. Don't cover me.
Terrible.
I was just saying that's what it looks like. Maybe happened.
2 bodies he'd just left behind. Looking back, it's hard not to see him as a deeply disturbed teenager who gradually lost his grip on reality.
Correct.
Eventually, Wukash was charged with double homicide and now faces
He
up
got
to
some
30 years in
some
prison.
big hips.
30. That means he's gonna get out alive unless somebody
Pretty much.
handles that.
Hey,
in prison.
But well, I don't know. That's Russian. Russian prisons are usually real intense. I don't know about
Really?
Polish. Yeah. Have you not ever seen that? Well, it's not really a documentary. It was like a little show on Netflix, and it was like the world's worst prison, and it was It was a Russian prison. They're insane. They're crazy. They're absolutely crazy.
I like watching stuff like that, especially knowing that like a lot of times if it's somebody that's, let me be careful, if it's somebody that's done heinous things to children or women, that people find out about it and then they
take care of it,
handle that
yeah,
the way it should be handled. I like that shit. This shit makes me happy.
Since the videos have largely been scrubbed from the internet, with Polish police asking people to stop sharing them out of respect for the families. Unfortunately, footage like this never truly disappears and continues to get passed around in the darkest corners of the internet.
Okay, so
post on the internet, it's there forever.
Oh, forever.
Trust me.
Oh, you would know, right? So that makes me think of that Amityville Horror. Did you ever hear about those? Okay, so you know how like it's all started off with Robert DeFeo like killing his family or whatever? Like what I'm thinking is how come these people didn't get up? Do you know what I mean? Like depending on who this kid went for first, like how come they didn't hear it and they didn't do anything about it?
The people that he murdered?
Yeah.
I mean, he had an axe. He probably
but
took him out of the neck first or something.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
they're not both in the same room though. I would suspect.
It said two people laying on the. I think they were laying together. Isn't that what he said at the beginning?
I don't know. I just think that it's weird. Like, wouldn't you, if you hear something like that? That's loud, brother. Right?
But he could have. Yeah, he could have came for. He probably got like the stepdad first, and the other part was 80-something-year-old. Like, even if she did hear it happening, she wouldn't have been on the move quick enough to get away from this teenager with an axe.
She's a runner. She's a track star.
She gonna run away when it gets hard.
Dude,
I
just imagine like this little old grandma in this like little white dress. Like as soon as she wakes up, she hears that shit and she goes, "Whoo!" She just starts booking it.
Just booking it. She's like, I never had arthritis. Fuck you. Gets up, takes off.
Fucking just jumps through the window. Dude.
She's like, I used to have Meg the Stallion knees. I'm gonna get out of here.
Hey,
I hate people.
Yeah.
The internet is just one of those things that has a way of pulling you into places you never expected to end up.
Oh, yeah.
Researching these videos.
Everybody watching this video right now. Never wanted to be here. Somehow I'm here. Welcome.
Hello. Welcome back to our channel.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to our channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment.
In December 2014, a Japanese website appeared online with a slogan on its homepage that immediately explained the kind of depraved place it was. When translated to English, it read, "I wish my husband would die right now. I think about it every day."
Holy
shit! The site was called danasheen.com, which translates to diehusband.com, and it functioned as an anonymous forum where wives could write about the men they were married to. First looking at the site, most of the entries read like desperate venting from women who
woke with a fresh look on his face without having done any housework.
Oh
no.
Now that he's feeling better, he decided to celebrate his recovery with a beer he had been holding back on. He drank it, but the alcohol got to him quickly and he fell fast asleep. Oh.
Grim Reaper, please drain his life force. Take him to the afterlife quickly. God damn. Can you not divorce him? Like, I understand not everybody can get a divorce. It's expensive and there's stuff going on. Or you feel like they're gonna do something to you if you try to get a divorce. Like, I understand. I'm just asking a question. I wonder what's going on that she can't just divorce this man. Or all these,
if you hate this person this much, just divorce him. If you can. If you can. If it's, if you're able to.
Nothing good has happened in the 10 years I've been with this guy. He thinks it's okay when I'm not good and complains if he doesn't like something. Does the world revolve around him? I'm just annoyed by being with this rude jerk. He's been lying to me for 20 years,
Girl, be a lesbian.
I, being foolish, have been deceived all this time. But I've reached my limit. When I talk to him, he just lies, and when he's at a loss for words, he stays silent. Posts like these fill hundreds of pages on the site, with anonymous wives describing husbands who cheated, gambled away household money, came home drunk, and treated their families selfishly. But digging deeper into the posts, that resentment would sometimes turn into something far more disturbing. You see, the site was themed around the popular manga Death Note. Death Note is a Japanese manga series in which writing someone's name in a supernatural notebook causes
I want to get into it.
Oh, it's
I've heard a lot of
so
good things.
good. It's so good. Yeah.
I did start watching Attack on Titan, and it is cool. I don't remember if that's that's probably not the one. I don't remember which one.
Every time I've watched Attack on Titan, I've always fallen asleep. Don't come for me. Nobody come for me, please. Get
her in the comments.
Get her. Get her.
Get her in.
Yeah.
No, I know Attack on Titan's good, and the episodes that I've seen were really cool and really great. But I don't have time.
Yeah.
I just don't have time.
Death Note is definitely. I don't think it's that long either. I think it's like 1 season, maybe 2, at the most. It's very good. Very good.
Yeah, I think I watched the first, like, 2 episodes or something. Like, not enough to know anything real about it. But, yeah. I want to watch it. I have no time to do anything. So, any editors out there want to work for the Freeski, hit me up.
Yeah.
Their dad.
Give me a piece of
And he
candy.
just treated
Give me
the
a piece of
forum as
candy.
exactly that. An
Yeah,
online
piece of
notebook addressed directly to the Grim Reaper, begging him to kill their husbands for them.
Jesus
Christ.
How long is this scumbag husband going to live?
Oh, wow.
Grim Reaper, please come and take this scumbag husband away quickly.
Lord.
As soon as possible, please. Good morning, Grim Reaper. I wish my husband would
You're not talking directly to
I think
him.
about it every
Dear Satan, it's your girl.
It's your girl, Kiwi Head.
Dear Grim Reaper, it's your girl. It's your boy, Skinny Penis.
It's your girl again. Hey, just checking in. Remember when
Checking in on when you're gonna come
murder
get
my
this out of my
husband?
house.
Yeah. Just checking in.
Oh my god.
What's the ETA?
It's crazy. This is
He's a
messed up.
truly awful husband. My heart is always in prayer. Please, please, please die soon.
Ugh.
The site's admin even kept a running counter on the homepage tracking how many husbands had supposedly died.
What? No way! 23 husbands who
Holy-
died in November 2023. That is insane. That's crazy.
What in the hell?
As if
Lord
the
have
forum
mercy.
itself were taking credit. And when a husband did actually die, the tone of the site became even more unsettling.
Would they
as
kill
the women
them?
returned in ominous celebrations. For instance, one woman described finding her husband cold in bed one morning and calling an ambulance.
And then
her
getting on
post
the fucking
reveals
website.
exactly what she felt when the responders confirmed that he had passed away. Honestly, I'm so happy. So happy. Thank you, Grim Reaper. While
What in the hell?
What the? I'm so jealous. I wish mine would disappear too. Bro, imagine being the husband and just like accidentally finding this like up on your wife's laptop.
Yeah. Visited 2 hours a day for months. Wow, that's insane.
And she has like
dude.
100 posts, the same thing over and over again. Good lord.
And as unsettling as all of this tragedy is, these posts aren't even close to the darkest thing on the site.
Oh.
But once you understand the world these women come from, the site starts to look more complicated than it first appears. Japan is a fairly conservative society when it comes to divorce. The simplest way to end a marriage is through mutual consent. If the husband refuses to sign the divorce papers, the wife is forced through mediation and lengthy court proceedings just to get out of a life she no longer wants to be in. Even after separation, most women face judgment from their own families and communities.
Yeah.
I fear you're facing judgment regardless.
For sure.
I understand what he's saying. I understand that they don't want to deal with that. I understand, but no matter what you do, what you look like, how you act, doesn't matter. Somebody doesn't like you and is judging you. Point blank, period. So you might as well just fucking do what you want.
Do what you want. Oh well.
That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, no
Personally.
one's living your life. You live it.
Yeah.
Shoot.
You hate this guy that much, get away from him.
Mhm.
Fuck what everybody else says.
Yeah, but some people
don't talk to them either.
Some people can't like I don't know. Society has just has warped people's brains to feel like I need to do this or I need to have the acceptance.
Mhm.
Nah, girl. Go piss, girl.
Not me. Go piss. Do whatever you do whatever you want to. I think anybody should do whatever the hell they want to do as long as they're not hurting anybody else.
Mm.
That's it. Period. You ain't messing with nobody, hurting nobody else. I don't give a shit what you do.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
You can go drink out of a dog bowl. I don't give a shit behind closed doors. Just leave me or out in public. I don't give a shit.
That's what you do.
You ain't doing nothing to
you?
me.
That's what you
Hell
do,
yeah.
don't you?
That's what I'm doing after we film this.
Yeah. Just drink from the bowl.
Put my towel on.
Straight from the bowl.
Do whatever you. I don't care. I don't care what you do. Genuinely, don't care.
The pressure is often tied to money. Many of the women writing on Dana Sheen described
True.
being financially trapped and unable to afford a separate life. So, to many of
Yeah.
them, the death of their husband genuinely appears to be the only way to ever live a happy life again. And when a platform is built entirely around this belief, it becomes the perfect place for someone already on the edge to convince themselves that taking matters into their own hands is the next logical step,
Dang.
which
Those
is
damn
exactly
eyeballs.
what happened. In some of the most extreme entries on the site, begging the Grim Reaper wasn't enough. One woman wrote, "I want to somehow find a way to kill my husband without getting caught. I'll pretend to be sad when he dies." Sadly, she
Wow.
wasn't the only one. Some depraved users admitted to
What?
Who's
I cut them up while still alive and mixed them in with a homemade tartar sauce.
what's
That's
that gonna do?
I think that she's just being nasty. She's just being nasty.
Yeah, I mean that's nasty and messed up, but how is that gonna
Maybe they're poisonous slugs. Who knows? I don't know.
like hurt? I don't know about slugs.
preparing bug-infected food and feeding it to their husbands to make them sick. By it, a few went even
Ah.
further and outlined step-by-step instructions on how to poison a husband by lacing his drinks with drugs that shut organs down slowly without raising suspicion. And because these posts are written anonymously, there's no way of knowing whether they are simply dark fantasies or genuine confessions from women who actually went through with it, which suddenly makes the death counter a lot harder to look at. There's no way to know how many of those deaths happened on their own and how many were planned on this very website. By it, as depraved as these entries were, some of the hardest ones to read weren't directed at husbands at all. Some of them were written by women who started hoping for their own end. And once you start reading entries like these, it becomes clear that many of the women using this site weren't driven by cruelty. They were writing from places of exhaustion, fear, and years of ill treatment.
Dude, they have
Yeah.
they have the Okigahara forest. You know what that is?
Where they
Self take themselves out. Yeah.
self-destruct.
Yeah. That is a normal occurrence. Like that is a normal thing. And making
Why'd
me
you pick this?
and making me depressed.
You picked this video.
The darkest thoughts were the only ones that still made sense. And when you read what they were actually living through, it's hard not to understand why. One woman wrote, "My heart is dead. It's being killed by the verbal abuse of my husband, who denies my very existence.
God.
When he's in a bad mood, he takes it out on me. He says it's all my fault, that this happened because my character is rotten, connecting even the most unrelated things and denying everything about me. I've tried to forget, to ignore it, and endured it until now.
What
but I can't
the heck?
take it anymore." For others, the ill treatment went far beyond words.
Yeah.
When I was 3 months pregnant with my first child, he pushed me down the stairs during an argument, fracturing a
That's crazy.
bone
Hello?
that took
What
6
the heck?
months to heal. When I was in my 9th month of pregnancy
good?
with my first child, he drove me to a remote mountain area, threw me out of the car, and dragged me around.
What? Maybe he does. I'm gonna.
This is insane.
You know, I might not feel that bad for this woman wishing these things. This specific woman.
the more that we keep going on, the more I'm like, okay, sounds legit. Sounds legit.
Now, I don't think they should act it out, but I understand their feelings. Like, don't want to be with him anymore, but also don't be shunned by everybody. Like, oh my god, dude, these people. Ah, I hate it here.
Good lord.
In the end, Dana Sheen, or Die Husband, was built on the desperation of women who felt trapped in lives they couldn't escape. By it, that same desperation created the perfect cover for people with far darker intentions.
Far darker. I don't think that's the darkest.
On the evening of February 22nd, 2023, a 26-year-old Microsoft employee was walking home from the Microsoft One Estera building at around 5:45 p.m. when he noticed a man approaching him while shouting at the top of his lungs. But before he could make sense of what was happening, he was punched to the ground and stabbed 13 times.
Goddamn.
The entire attack lasted roughly 10 seconds, but it was enough to leave him with a skull fracture, a brain bleed, and nerve damage in both his hands.
Damn.
Just as suddenly as it had started, it stopped. A few bystanders shouted at the attacker, but he simply fled the scene and walked down the street to his own apartment roughly 4 blocks away, leaving a trail of blood that a SWAT team would later follow straight to his door. The attacker was identified as 27-year-old Joseph Richard Cantrell, who
Why do they all look like this? Why do they all look like this?
The usual suspects, my guy.
Also, I have a very quick story.
Okay.
My dad, when he was younger, I don't remember if he was already like in his early 20s. I think he was a teenager. Him and my mom were dating. Somebody came over that had beef with my aunt's boyfriend. Okay. I know this is kind of whatever. They came over to that house and started fighting. My dad like tried to fight them to stand up for her boyfriend, right? Help him out. We're gonna let him take it on alone. Her boyfriend runs off, like flees. I don't know if he was trying to go get her. I don't know or if he was just scared. I don't know what happened. But these, like, 2 dudes, like, took my dad down, and one of them had a broken glass bottle, and he, like, tried to stab my dad. My dad put his hand up, and so it cut all down his hand. Now my dad can't point with his hand like normally. His finger, like, won't go out unless he forces it out.
Like the muscle kind of got messed up then.
Completely, yes. And he has a scar down his, like, hand and wrist.
Or the ligament.
But I'm showing the camera. I know you can't see it, but, like, he can't point like this. It's like his fingers in whenever he bends his other fingers in. His pointer finger bends in. Like, he can't keep it out on its own.
Okay.
For standing up for
Yo, that's wild.
his girlfriend's sister's boyfriend.
Dude, your hands are so important. Like those, well, that's how I feel. I mean, that's what you do. You use your hands all the time. Like that's, that's crazy, dude. Anything happened to him?
The one that was fighting him?
Yeah.
That's, like, tried to stab him? I have no idea. Probably not.
Probably not.
They weren't really in the practice of calling the cops. So, probably not.
Probably not. Probably not.
He was also a software engineer at Microsoft. That connection immediately led police to suspect a workplace rivalry. But according to the victim, he had never seen Joseph before in his life, and the
workplace rivalry? Hold on. He works for who?
Microsoft.
And who? Who the hell is rival?
They got
oh
gangs.
My God.
They got
Hold
gangs.
On.
They got gangs in Microsoft, brother.
Dude.
They got gangs in Microsoft.
Grow up.
To a software engineer at Microsoft.
Look at his ears.
That connection immediately led the team will later follow straight to his door. The attacker was identified as 27-year-old Joseph Richard Cantrell, who was also a software engineer at Microsoft.
No, they're both from Microsoft.
Immediately led police to suspect a workplace rivalry. But according to the victim, he had never seen Joseph before in his life, and the two didn't even work in the same building. So the more investigators learned about the attack, the less it looked like Joseph had been targeting someone he knew. Through his personal computer, they found a hidden link to a text file. It was a 234,000-word journal that Joseph had been writing for years and uploaded to the internet just hours before he carried out the attack. And somewhere inside those pages was the answer to why a random Microsoft employee nearly bled to death on a sidewalk that evening. But to understand what was inside the journal, you first need to understand what Joseph believed about himself. And the clearest window into that was the About section on his website. Alongside other surface-level information,
I enjoy making video games as a hobby. Oh, hell.
Arcade-style games, self-taught sole proprietor.
I bet you he made Hunting Buddies.
I don't know. Probably. That's why he did it. He said, somebody needs to lock me up.
I'll be cranking out video games for the rest of my life.
Well, I fear you're wrong. Because they ain't gonna let you do that shit in jail or prison.
Yeah.
Okay, this doesn't really tell us anything about himself. I'm not really
good for him, though, because he seems like he really cares about his video games. But not human life.
Wow.
Joseph wrote about experiencing what he called neural disturbances, where he claimed to have danced and conversed with processions of rainbow ghost women.
What? Gay ghost women.
Gay ghost women. Lesbian
what
ghosts.
What the hell? Crazy.
His own introduction already suggested a mind that wasn't interpreting reality in an ordinary way. And those hallucinations would appear again and again throughout the journal, often during some of Joseph's most important decisions. He had given himself a diagnosis, neural deceleration disorder, a condition he believed caused his neurons to fire at a slower rate, leaving him intellectually suppressed.
Don't self-diagnose anybody, okay? All right.
I got this too.
It's okay to look in it. Oh, all right. Okay. Disregard whatever. Don't listen to her for a second.
My neurons aren't going.
We can tell. It's okay to look into stuff that you're experiencing and come up with, an idea of what's going on. But don't just say, I have this because some of the stuff matches. Go to a professional, please. Holy crap.
Don't WebMD it.
You can, talk to people that do have the thing that you think that you might have, but don't just say that you have it because you feel like you have. Like, let's be so fucking for real right now.
I looked it up.
And the way he
and it says on the internet, WebMD actually says that I have a big dick. So
that's crazy.
I'm just saying
that it would lie to you like that.
I'm just saying. Internet would never lie.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Everything on the internet, absolutely 100% true. Everybody should believe it.
Absolutely.
Although Joseph had tagged the file as fiction, his introduction said the exact opposite. According to it, the journal had started as a way to track his drug usage, but eventually became what he described as an overall life journal
now we
of
know.
literary practice.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Was a 20-page long catalog of every substance Joseph had consumed.
Ketamine?
What? Heroin?
Crap, what are we? Hold up.
Hey, yo, this little white man crazy.
Why is this here?
Caffeine.
Caffeine. First off, no. Second, this shouldn't be here either. I'm not gonna lie. Ain't no. That's natural. Okay. First off, alcohol should be here. LSD, crazy. I don't know what that is. Oh my, shrooms. Okay, shrooms makes you crazy. Nitrous oxide. You're huffing. Great. Cocaine.
Hey, MDMA.
Kratom.
You doing a little ecstasy?
DMT. Ketamine. Codeine. Okay. Oh my God.
He put on there Tylenol.
Joseph had consumed in an.
I don't think he knows.
He put on
I
there.
don't think he did this.
He put Tylenol extra strength on there.
He said prescription 800 milligram ibuprofen.
His self-diagnosed disorder. But Joseph didn't write like someone trying to break free of an addiction. He wrote like a scientist reviewing data. He described amphetamine.
Let's say LSD plus ketamine together.
Yo, that's insane.
Means as his ticket to life, the substance he believed was the only thing correcting his disorder, and he promised to remain addicted until he died.
Damn.
At high enough doses, he wrote, they produce rainbow women and even a white light.
Oh.
After the catalog, the journal shifted into a chronological account of Joseph's life, starting from before his birth, his mother's drinking and smoking during pregnancy, and his father being estranged before Joseph even arrived.
Yep.
Within the first few entries, Joseph revealed that he'd been prescribed Adderall for ADHD while he was still in kindergarten, and then he had renounced his faith by 7 years old.
In kindergarten? There's no way in kindergarten that they tried anything that was non-narcotic before giving him Adderall.
Brother,
there's no way.
This was a long-ass time ago. They may have.
That's insane. You should try non-narcotic ADHD treatment first. My son has ADHD, and he has never had a narcotic. Oh my God.
The further the journal went, the heavier the entries became. Eventually, Joseph made it out of Columbus and into Georgia Tech, where he earned a bachelor's degree in computer science. On paper, it was a remarkable achievement for someone who had grown up in
poverty. You were able to earn a bachelor's.
Hey, good for him.
Made it clear that as his abilities grew, so did his obsessions. He taught himself game development and immediately put that skill to use, building a series of deeply disturbing
rocket launcher
projects that he proudly displayed on his website.
Hold on. What is that? Wait. Go back.
Okay.
Just building a series of
trying to read what untrumpable was.
Displayed.
Tap left and right to help President Trump dodge fake news and collect the truth of the world above to score evermore. What the shit? I'd play it. I'd stream it.
2D shooter where the player guns down an endless wave of religious figures, including Jesus, Buddha, and others. Its tagline read, "Aim to offend the pillars of humanity's most sacred," and
well,
it was eventually banned from both
$2
Steam and the Google Play Store.
$2 for that trash?
He was banned on Steam? How the hell was it on Steam?
Have you not heard about that one game that was on Steam?
No.
Let me say this very PG, if I can. It was a game about, you got a higher score and did better in the game if you intentionally did certain things to women.
It was on Steam?
It was on Steam.
Oh, that's insane. I heard
they took it down, obviously, eventually. I don't know how long it was up. I know it was up long enough for people to know about it.
And how much?
Talk about it and play it.
Was it free?
I don't know. All I know is it was literally like trying to figure out ways to do those things to women.
That's almost as bad as that damn that woman game. Remember the woman simulator?
Yes, women are playing it and being like,
that's so
who's the money?
Fucking dumb. So dumb.
Mm-hmm.
So dumb. It just makes us.
But the other one is definitely worse than that. I mean,
no,
it's
absolutely.
obviously Woman Simulator is shit, but that other one, that's actually like it was literally like you need to figure out how to.
Dude, you need to
do this to this person and harass and abuse women.
That needs to be investigated. Whoever created that or helped create that needs to be investigated. What the hell?
If they're making a game like that,
yeah,
they've either done it already or they definitely plan.
Or they plan on absolutely. What the fudge?
Yeah. Yep. So this religious thing, mild to that, in my opinion.
But what his games revealed was less about shock value and more about Joseph's own worldview. They reflected a pattern of hostility towards specific groups that would only deepen over time, because as the journal entries moved into his adult years, the tone shifted from clinical self-observation to something much more dangerous. With each passing entry, his paranoia grew more serious, to the point where he was convinced that movies were making direct references to his life, which, by the way, is one of the most—
You're not him, brother. Everything about you.
He done lost his mind.
Ain't him.
This is how I feel sometimes, though. Everything's about me.
He said, "My life is a movie."
My life is
Shut
a
your
movie.
bitch ass up.
Period.
Common symptoms of psychosis. For instance, in one entry from December 2021, he listed dozens of films he believed were a part of a coordinate effort to erase his medical history, give him a disease, and push him toward harming himself.
Ooh,
By this point, Joseph had
mental
developed
health,
a specific
honey.
fear of Jewish, Black, Brown, and South Asian people, and in his mind,
He didn't even put in that bunker we saw in that other video.
Brown.
Locked in there.
Brown.
he believed he was being gang stalked, and he had very particular theories about how it was being done. In one entry from October 2021, he wrote about how Black and Latino gangs were working to get him sued, jailed, or killed, all for their own amusement, and that they were doing it all through hijacked vending machines and compromised IT departments cutting his internet connection. Perhaps one of the most unsettling parts about it all is how no one around Joseph suspected anything while his mental stability continued to derail.
Me getting pissed off and upset because Fortnite's not working, I'm like, they're coming for me. They're coming for me. They're
coming for me. They're targeting
They're
me.
targeting me specifically. Fortnite's coming for me. Yeah.
Those fucking 7-year-old kids hacked my system, hacked my game,
hacked into my computer.
He sat in team meetings, collected a paycheck, and then came home to journal about those same meetings. Writing about his
people who are messed up, unless it's like, I mean, obviously it's severe, but usually don't tell other people about it. They usually hide it pretty well. And you can see that all the time with people who commit.
Sometimes they hide it pretty well. Sometimes there are, like, you can definitely see things. There are signs there, but people just don't do anything about it. Once again, because they're like, it has nothing to do with me.
Self-centered, yes. They're worried about what's going on in their lives. He ain't got nothing to do with it, so whatever. But I mean, especially with depression, like, you can fake being happy. And then, I mean, you see it happen all the time.
Yeah.
Actors.
Very true.
I mean, they're happy, they're doing what they need to do to make money, to feed their family, take care of their family, be a joy to be around, and to make everybody else happy, but they feel like shit, and they can't handle it anymore, and then it's over.
Yeah, very true.
Indian colleagues and papers filled with racial hostility. By the summer of 2022, Joseph's paranoia had reached the point where he could no longer stay in one place. He moved out of conventional housing and into a motel, and when the feeling of being watched didn't stop, he moved into another one. He wrote in July 2022 that for 2 years, it had felt like an enemy was sitting outside his door the entire time.
Is he still taking Adderall at this time with this paranoia?
Probably.
And that he wanted to learn guitar, but the moment he picked one up, his mind would flood with images of people surrounding his room waiting to get him. By this point, even Joseph himself seemed to recognize that his mental state was deteriorating. He wrote that he believed he was becoming paranoid. It was one of the few moments in the
Okay.
Nuh-uh.
But hold on.
Nuh-uh.
Where's his family, though? Like, where's his family? I mean, I can understand that some people just don't, like, have family like that, but, like, he has to have at least 1 or 2 people that he's close to that are going to see what he's going through.
I don't know. I mean, some people have nobody. They either got, they don't speak to them anymore, or their family's dead.
I can see why his mental health has just deteriorated. I mean, from the drugs and his own shit, like, this dude is
8 years earlier, Joseph had described the amphetamines as his ticket to life. But after 234,000 words of...
Yeah, amphetamine, that's in Adderall. That's why you're paranoid, brother. I mean, that's not the main reason, but that's not helping it any. That's making it worse.
Paranoia, hallucinations, and isolation, it was difficult to see what kind of life that ticket had actually led him toward. Roughly 2 hours after his final entry, he walked out of his apartment and attacked a man he had never met. That man was 26-year-old Vincent Labonte, the Microsoft engineer from the beginning of this story. Vincent underwent multiple surgeries to survive the wounds Joseph had inflicted. When police broke down the door of Joseph's apartment, he was found trying to destroy the evidence, a knife and gloves, still covered in blood. He was arrested and eventually charged with attempted second-degree murder and first-degree assault. However, no one has been able to determine why Joseph chose Vincent Labonte that evening.
I don't think he chose
The
it.
journal, now only available
just
on
kinda
internet
happened.
archives, seems to offer the only explanation that makes sense.
I think it was going to be anybody.
Because by the
Yeah, just whoever
Whoever
he saw that was available.
Yeah, just got the bad luck at the draw, brother.
his paranoia had grown so extreme that almost anyone could become an enemy in his mind.
Yeah.
He thought everybody was out
On
to
the
get him.
surface, plane crash
But that's like legit though. Like
looks
that's
one of the
anywhere though,
plainest
brother. That's
websites
what
on the
makes the world so fucking scary. You don't know what the fuck is going on with somebody. You don't know what's going on in somebody's mind or what they're thinking or how they're whatever. Like, dude.
I know what this is. You seen this website? I haven't looked at the website, but I've seen stuff about it.
No, 12
Internet.
fatalities.
In 1997, a researcher named Richard Kabajian created it. As the name suggests, it's an old aviation database that catalogs virtually every plane crash in modern aviation history. But one page on this site contains something far more disturbing than any accident report. The site documents everything from minor landing gear failures where every passenger walked away alive, to crashes that left nothing but wreckage and a death toll in the hundreds. For each of these aviation accidents going back over a century, the site logs various statistical data, including what aircraft was involved, when it happened, how many people were on board, and the number who didn't survive. But in some cases, it also documents how and why they happened, which means that for some of the worst disasters in aviation history, it's possible to trace step by step how a single overlooked mistake ended hundreds of lives. Unfortunately, Aeroflot Flight 3352 was one of those recorded crashes. On October 11, 1984, the aircraft was preparing to land at Omsk Airport when the flying control officer fell asleep and failed to inform the controllers that the runway wasn't clear. When the aircraft touched down at 240 kilometers per hour, the pilots had barely a second to spot the maintenance vehicles directly in their path before slamming into them, resulting in the death of 174 of the 179 people on board. But as disturbing as it is to read these summaries, the most unsettling part of the site...
Last guy, get off Adderall. This guy, you need some Adderall.
Needed something. Shoot.
Something.
A Red
Coke,
Bull?
anything
Red Bull,
to
goddamn.
prevent this happening.
Lord.
Yeah, something. Holy
If you're
shit.
that goddamn tired, I don't understand why people... There's 2 pilots, though.
It wasn't the pilot that fell asleep, brother.
They said it was the pilot.
No, lock in.
Shit. My bad.
Listen. Pay attention.
kilometers per hour airport when the flying control officer fell
Oh,
asleep
the flying control officer. Okay, sorry. My bad. Yeah.
So they didn't know that it wasn't clear.
Gotcha.
failed to inform the controllers that the runway wasn't clear. When the aircraft touched down at 240 kilometers per hour, the pilots had barely a second to spot
How
the
fast
maintenance
is that?
vehicles directly in their path before slamming into them.
What did it say? 200?
240
What?
kilometers per hour?
God dang.
How fast?
149 miles an hour.
God damn.
Yeah, they're in. Yeah.
Dude, those
No
cleaning
wonder they didn't
those
survive.
those
What do you
cleaning
got?
vehicles, boo, obliterated, bro.
Yeah, that big old plane.
Turn into
God,
molecules.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
Resulting in the death of 174 of the 179 people on board.
I don't know how those other
As
5
disturbing as it is
survived.
to read these summaries, the most unsettling part of the site is one specific page titled Last Words.
Ooh.
This page is a long collection
this
of
is the
voice
part that I've seen.
recordings, each
Ooh.
one capturing the final seconds inside the cockpit before impact. In some of them, you can hear the exact moment a pilot realizes that nothing they do will save the plane. For instance, in this
Oh,
clip,
that
you
gave
can
me-
hear
oh,
how a
I got
controlled
tingles
situation
and
turned
chills.
into a chilling panic as the pilot realized the runway was too short only after it was too late.
Flaps. y'all. Stop flying. Not my flying.
Oh.
That was East Coast Jet Flight
Oh
81
my
on July
God.
31st, 2008, which crashed into a cornfield beyond the runway, killing all 8 people on board.
Oh my
There are
God.
dozens of recordings like this on the site, each capturing the final moments from a different crash and a different crew. In some, you can clearly hear warning messages that pilots deliberately ignore.
Pull up. Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
Gary lost target.
Pull up.
Control was at the resort.
Oh. Holy crap, bro.
Why are you ignoring it?
That's fucking crazy. Wait,
Like,
were they
what?
hold on, but were they speaking a different language though? I could have sworn the pilots were speaking like a different language versus like when he was saying pull up, pull up.
I don't
That
know,
should be like
but-
a universal, right?
If you don't know what the fuck it's saying, don't fly the plane. Hello? Like,
No.
if you don't know what that means,
Dude, that gave
you
me
shouldn't be flying the plane.
that gave me chills, bro. Ugh.
Yeah, I hate this. I don't understand. Why'd you ignore it? Like, what was the reason? What was the reason? Tell me now.
Shit.
Dead person, tell me now.
Shit.
Oh my God. What's wrong?
This was
those
Polish
screens.
Air
I
Force
don't-
Flight PLF 101, and on that day, pilots had to deal with extremely
so-
low visibility due to heavy fog. They attempted a manual descent,
Oof.
but as they got closer to the ground, they were given automated terrain warning alarms. Alarms which they ignored, trusting in their own abilities.
Girl.
The aircraft struck a set of trees and rolled uncontrollably a short distance from the runway. All
Also, why not pull up? Like,
I would
what's
never.
gonna happen if you do? You're just gonna fly a little further? Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I would never.
Better than dying.
I would never be like, yeah, I'm like super, super, super confident right now. No, hell no. You don't know. I mean, no matter how confident you feel, shit happens. Bad shit happens.
And you literally just said that it was like foggy and shit. You couldn't see nothing. Like, why?
Oh,
Like,
hell. People,
why would you not believe it?
dumb.
Oh
dumb.
my God. I hate people.
This channel needs to be called
90s.
People Are Terrible.
People suck.
People suck.
God damn. This is so.
Yeah.
Ugh.
6 people on board were killed, including the president of Poland at the time.
Oh
The
my
final
God.
moments of which are forever immortalized on planecrashinfo.com,
That's crazy.
alongside dozens of other catastrophic plane crashes.
That's crazy.
Oh my God.
Hey. Those are some pretty that's some pretty disturbing shit on this one.
Yeah.
Some pretty disturbing shit on this one.
We're gonna have to mix it up and do some kind of funny something.
Some-
on the
we need
next
something
video.
funny.
People are gonna be depressed watching
I'm
the channel.
depressed. God,
Yeah.
good lord.
They ain't never coming back. Unsubscribe immediately.
I'm
Dislike
unsubscribing.
the video.
Yeah, let me dislike this. Let me unfollow.
If you hated everything about this reaction video, please like it.
Like and subscribe, buddy. Ayo!